Hey everybody, Maria here with Fourth Dimension. Thanks for joining me today. If you're brand new here and you like the message, please consider hitting that subscribe button and follow for more content. It really helps the algorithm and broadens our footprint and message to get it to quite a few more people. I have Sage the cards. I am ready for the reading for Sagittarius. Right before I begin though, I want to make an announcement that Pam Health in Westminster, Colorado is hosting a carnival, supporters, events, information, that sort of thing, on the 26th of June. I will be there giving away free readings. If you're in the neighborhood, please join us at 3:30 in the afternoon. Sag. First thing I got out is daydream. Talking about Sag. Wave of emotions. Ooh, somebody's missing you. Yeah, wanting to go on vacation with you. Wanting to laugh with you. They're also thinking about, maybe you just went on this vacation. Maybe you met them on vacation. Somebody is really feeling it for you, Sag. This could be your energy towards your person. A lot of water in this energy. A lot of water in this energy. So maybe you're dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, heavy on the Cancer. You see this person as a soulmate. Why are you in this space, or why is your person? Somebody's going through an awakening. And it could be a feminine energy. It could be you. Or it could be you, or excuse me, your person awakening that you're their feminine energy. Somebody listened to somebody else. It was two-faced. That card keeps coming out. And two-faced is maybe not showing you the real self, right? It's not necessarily talking smack, although the last reading I had, it felt like that. And it might be the case. Somebody might be talking smack about you. It could be a friend, but that's for maybe one person. There's a third party trying to influence your person that you're not the best choice. The other side of the coin is that, yeah, you might have walked away from this situation, or they might have walked away from you because you're left with a bunch of unanswered questions. The Y card with a crisis. You don't know, you don't have all the answers of why this person ghosted, or you pulled back your energy. Love came out, wanting to come out, and woosah. I had a lot of similar energies as of yesterday when I was you might be dealing with the Scorpio. Tell me more. Also Virgo, I don't even need the cards at this point. Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces. It's a lot of water. All water signs are being affected. Oof. You might be walking into your glow up. It also feels, there's a lot of messages. Several of you are finding out maybe that you're carrying with child, or you're birthing something new, but this person is daydreaming and fantasizing, and it's an illusion of who you are to them. You might have been married to this person as well. This is somebody who's recognizing you as the ultimate feminine. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it's just recognition of your sensuality, sexuality, your genuine kindness, softness, but it's a fierceness because the Empress is all four queens in the deck. So super balanced, super walking into, maybe you're launching something too. That's a handful of you all launching a new platform, launching a new algorithm, but this is growth. So maybe somebody's watching you go through a glow up and they're spying on you with the daydream. This is somebody who can't get you out of their head, like ever. So they're focused 24/7 on you, Sag. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be somebody who's carrying guilt or remorse, or something about, if you two are separated now, which I do feel you are, you might live near the water. Somebody's missing you tremendously and they want to connect with you. They see nothing but good times partying with you. It doesn't mean partying, but this is two people having drinks, celebrating. See that? It's very similar to the Three of Cups. Good times with you, but this is somebody recognizing you as somebody they want to bond with, or vice versa. You might be thinking of somebody else. Here we go. Ace of Wands. They want to come forward. The other vibe I get is you might be dealing with somebody who also wants to start a new project, or you are. You're being urged to create new opportunities, maybe a new job, but it's passionate. And this person, if it's a human, wants to come and partner with you. They definitely, this is so important. This Six of Swords is falling on the wave of emotions and vacay. So they might rush in wanting to make amends. It feels very much like an amends. Clear the debris that stands between you and this person. Reconciling. There might have been a third party, and third party can be any kind of energy. They're trying to wedge between the two of you. So somebody, I just need to stop here for a second. You're gonna have to hang in there with me. The downloads are a lot. So one, you got somebody who is fearful of commitment based on their own past. Also fear of, it's emotionally vulnerable. It's emotional vulnerability. So this person seems to be very heady. You might be dealing with an air sign, or somebody who has high Gemini, Aquarius, like I said, in their chart. This is somebody who, also Libra. You're dealing with somebody who is seriously unwilling to budge about, historically, has been unwilling to budge about a high level commitment by investing emotionally. They weren't willing to take the risk. You might have had a situationship. This might be two people at a distance who are trying to get it together, and it's escalating to a place, or it did right before the break or this pause, because they were focused on work. Could be focused on a legal situation and outcome, but they are emotionally weren't worthy of well, maybe they weren't worthy. I'm sorry crosswatcher, but it feels like this person, Sag, has a high level of expectation from you, and you weren't willing to meet the level of expectation. Now I have the Chariot out, and it's falling under laughter and vacation. This person, the more they think of you, the more their guides with the Six of Swords are prompting this person to come in and make it right with you, or this is your energy. Either way, it's a lot of fire, a lot of water, trying to get somebody to get on the same page with you. It also is progression for movement in the right. It's a declaration of who you are to them, and it's determination to make it right. But the declaration is a commitment. It's a decision this person's made, where before I don't think they ever made a decision. And it's based on the awakening that you're the divine. You're the divine counterpart with the Empress and the feminine energy. Heck yeah. Tell me more about Sag. Again, they're left out in the cold. You're moving forward. They're missing out, but it's also recovery after a loss. So this person might have, like I said, gone through a divorce or a period of time where they were isolated and negative Nelly, only seeing the cup half empty versus half full. There's 9 pentacles somebody can get in tarot. 9. And it represents stability, profitability, success, right? And this person has 5 of the 9. 5 of, that's more than half. So you're just sitting with somebody who's still not happy that they are over halfway to their own abundance, but it's still not enough. So this person might have put barriers in between you and their relationship, saying, until I make X amount of money, until this happens, that happens. But the goalpost consistently changes once they hit that benchmark, because it's not enough for you. For you. This is childhood wounded stuff. This is hurt. This is just hurt. This is what this is. Fear and hurt. Fear and back. It's not your hurt. Maybe your hurt was you pulling back your energy because you put a boundary around this thing. But this is somebody who is living in a lack mindset. Again, it fell on the awakening with the divine energy. Is this person didn't feel like they were good enough for you. And they might have already been going through some kind of recovery. So it could be recovery from addiction, a mindset. They might be in therapy right now. I'm not taking all those. So tell me about Sag. Tell me about Sag. And the reason we knock on the deck is to clear the energy and get it to focus on what I'm asking, because I'm getting quite a lot of downloads here. I have the 4 cups in the reverse. It's a sudden awareness. I just said that. Rewind it. This person is having an epiphany, Sag, of who you are to them. Sudden awareness. Choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal. So this person made a decision. So before, this person sat under the tree, unhappy with all their options, right? And they had a lot. I'm just going to keep it real with you. They recognized, or not for a while, wasn't happy, not necessarily with the cup, but with the idea of kicking these over and coming forward and committing to a cup. In the reverse, it's an epiphany, it's an awakening. It might be your energy of who this person is to you. Somebody makes somebody else very, very happy. Somebody wants to come forward and check in. They want to check in for just to make sure you two are still aligned. I do feel like there's addiction here. It's getting your life right. It's getting your balance corrected before somebody makes that call. Like, I've done the work. I'm seeking my abandonment issues or my need to control, my codependency. That's a vibe of it. It's also lack of love. That's a big thing, is somebody wasn't showing enough investment in this relationship, and it feels very imbalanced. And just to confirm what I just said it, falling on the Empress, clarifying the Empress, 2 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles. Imbalance, juggling many options or people or relationships or responsibilities. No time for the real McCoy. Don't want to invest in any real relationship. I'm going to withhold my energy. I'm going to pull back. And this person's recognizing their behavior. I didn't give enough. I don't commit. I'm afraid of being hurt. I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid of being abandoned. But yet, Sag, you are the divine feminine. They're recognizing, why am I running from this beautiful creature? What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Sorry, cross-watcher, but this is what it feels like. As somebody's having an awakening of, this is my divine counterpart. And that's what this means, an awakening. So, and if that wasn't enough, I had more double confirmation with the awakening card. And all these stars, is they're getting downloads. They're getting intuition hits. They're doing self-work. They're saying, why am I reluctant of commitment? What is that about? You might have dark hair. You might be porcelain skin. I don't know. It feels very much like their third eye is awakening, and they are getting downloads to the cosmic, communication that's occurring from their tribe. It's a beautiful thing. This person, like I said, might be talking to somebody with the 5 of Pentacles about, hey, I have a lack mindset. I'm always constantly awaiting for the other shoe to fall. Everything I invest, people leave me, they abandon me, they hurt me. It's very much a pessimistic, almost victim-like mentality. Not saying that we aren't victims at times, but switching that energy and doing a 180 and saying, you know what, I could just turn this into an opportunity and a lesson so I don't do it again. And that's kind of the vibe I get, is somebody's trying to figure out, how do I not self-sabotage relationships, release expectations, and just walk with best intention in this thing and let the cards fall where they may. But they definitely did not give you the attention, affection, energy that you deserved in the past. Like I said, you might have been married to this person with the Empress there. They have nothing. Yeah, they've been sitting under the Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning, right? With this wave of emotion and this daydream, is they've been meditating. Anytime I see the daydream card, it's just deep contemplation, coming out of the Hermit, moving into the 4 of Swords, recognizing the 3 of Swords may have been mostly their fault. They stabbed themselves in the heart. They sabotage this relationship. They have nothing but nostalgia, love, lots and lots of love, innocence, fun. It's very fun. It's light. And this person wants more of that in their life. They take themselves very, very seriously. I feel like they sabotage relationships in every area of their life. They don't let anybody close. Like, really let them in. Tell me more about Sag. Ace of Swords. This is under the Chariot as well as the 6 of Swords. So somebody wants to have a, let me rephrase. They've had an awakening, mental clarity, a breakthrough to this. It's an epiphany moment of recognition that this person wants to be successful, and they are creating their own barriers, their own conflict to their own success. It's mostly in the mind. It's a delusion. It's a misperception based on their own internal fear, anger, past hurts, and they're carrying it into new things, sabotaging it. This also reminds me of, getting real with self. There it is, having a conversation, maybe with you, maybe with others, but this is getting clear information, new ideas, new concepts. So in recovery, we'd say 4 steps. Somebody's unpackaging their resentments, right? Then, like I say, all the MFs go on the left of the sheet, and this is somebody unpacking this and seeing themselves as a victim with all these people that have done them harm. And then the 180 occurs when you recognize, oh, maybe I created this by throwing the first rock. I'm the one who sabotages by not investing, not giving sprinkling my love everywhere. Now, it's just an understanding. It doesn't mean you have to do anything with the information they're going to share with you. But this person has a long history of anxiety, of fear. Oh my God, I just said this. It's heavy, laden with childhood wounding. Whoever you're dealing with has had a whole history of making bad choices and then being punished for that choice, whether it started off as childhood. So they've never really made a choice. They just sat in indecision, and that way they never made a mistake. Therefore, if they make a mistake, there won't be a punishment. That's this vibe. So this person's stuck, super at a stalemate. Historically, in this concept of I've stepped on my own toes, I've sabotaged my own relationships, my own abundance, because I am unworthy. Sorry, I'm unworthy. I'm unable to commit to a person, a job. This is somebody who has very much I'm only going to invest in the immediate, superficial, fun. It's just an imbalance, because if I get hurt in an impulsive situation or a situationship, I'm not really invested. It's very shallow roots. Where you, Sag, I feel maybe this is your energy. Take it as it resonates, but somebody wants a deeper relationship with you. Lots of emotion, lots and lots and lots of commitment issues, past stuff. But it's not, we see all the blue sky. They're hopeful that this will turn out for the betterment. They will invest in the right things. They're weighing their options, and I hate that word, but it's like looking at all the weighing options also means like looking past. If I don't see a 7 of Pentacles out of here, I'll be shocked. But it's like they're an avoidant. They are at a deadlock because they're an avoidant. Can't make a decision. Don't want to deal with it. I'm avoiding my feelings. I don't want to have arguments and fights. I got the Strength card with the 3 of Swords. Sag, I'm not even kidding. This is a person who's realizing they're trying to work on strength, and this is calming their inner demons, their inner turmoil, their itty bitty crappy committee. I'm trying to clean my mouth up for YouTube, but you can replace the word crappy. You know what I mean? Itty bitty crappy committee. This is somebody who listens to the dark voices in their head because they're not worthy. It's not going to turn out anyways. They're going to leave me anyway. Something better is going to come along, and they do this themselves. So they already act on this before you do. So I'm going to just try to tell you, if you're at a distance from this person, physically at a distance, you live in one state, they live in another. They may have entertained other people on an app or gone out on a few dates, but they will totally self-sabotage. Not that they're looking for somebody else better, although that might be a smidge. But the majority of the energy I feel off, and that might be one person, but this is you're going to leave me anyway. So I might as well entertain a couple other backup plans. They break their own heart. This is a repetitive cycle. They've consistently stuck in this cycle due to insecurities, lack, inability to make a decision, and avoidant of feelings and commitment. All right. Sag, that's what you got going on. Tell me more about the outcome of this situation. What can we expect? This person has sat in a 3 of Swords, isolated, independent, working on self. Thank you, God. All right. So finally doing the work. Working hard, not just at themselves, but making choices in their own life. They might have gone back to the gym, put down the booze, put down their addictions, sought some therapy. You were an instigator, a catalyst in this person. You might be dealing with a Virgo, Sag, as well. That's a Virgo card. Like I said, I got Leah. Your name might be Leah. I've said it twice. Leo, Libra, Capricorn, heavy earth sign, fire sign, water sign, of course. Cancer out again, Taurus, Libra out again. And this is also the moon sign, I feel, especially after last night's strawberry new moon. It was gorgeous if you hadn't had a chance to see it. I'm always impressed with the new cycle. But this is somebody who wants to start a new beginning with you. Boom, rushing in, realizing after they get done with this session, do their journaling. I feel journaling's heavily in their world. It's a Cancer sign as well. But it's also Leo sign, so you might be dealing with Leo. This is energy. It's just extreme energy of realizing if I don't move on this, I'm missing this opportunity, and I am self-sabotaging. This is somebody who wants to go on an adventure. So their little kid is showing up in, you know what I mean, internally, and they're saying, I need some playtime. So this is somebody who sees you with this. That's what they're stuck on, is you made them feel safe, fun, light. It might have been on vacation, but this is somebody who wants to re-experience some of that energy. Every day is a vacation, I hear. Okay, Page of Cups, wanting to come forward. It could be a text, missing you, thinking of you, what you've been up to. Light, flirty. This person is heavily stalking your social media. 10 of Pentacles is the outcome. They want to go from the page to the 10. You're working on your success. I feel your financial security, or they are as well. They might share this with you. They might have gotten abundance and inheritance, some unexpected wealth coming in. They also want to have, this is somebody who has a long-term view. So even though it's a Page of Cups, they're invested for your long-term success. This is somebody who literally is ready now to contribute, where before they weren't. Yeah, High Priestess, they've gotten some intellect, downloads, knowledge. I'm going to go back to this. During this awakening, they had this third eye wide open, and now they're understanding the connection and the value of who you are to them. This is intuition. Yeah, they see you as a soulmate. Boom, mic drop. Another Cancer card. You're definitely dealing with a water sign. I also have, or if not, there's a placement in the chart. This is somebody who is releasing all the anxiety, all the mental effery that goes on in their head 24/7 about what they don't know. Yeah, there it is. Codependency, fears, is shadow work. This person's working on the shadow and planning after spending some time strategizing. This is somebody who's very much logical. So they have walked through this scenario of what if, all the way through, and they're going to take a risk. They're planning and strategizing. I hear a plane take off. I'm nowhere near an airport. I'm kind of close, but you can't really hear planes from where I'm at. This has somebody working on expansion. It might be overseas. I feel very much like just planning. They don't want to argue. They want to come back in. They're expecting an argument. This is somebody rushing in, and it's new energy. This thing is rapid action. So as soon as this person is making a choice to come forward to you, they're manifesting this outcome. Now, this is also somebody, and it requires air travel again, or it could, but I feel like this is somebody that you and they need to sit down and have a conversation about making this decision and what it looks like in the real life, not in their mind, because this person stays a lot in their head and sabotages relationships. I think they're done with this. The Ten of Swords is putting to death things that, painful endings, deep wounds, and this isn't, maybe you're just triggering this. Like I said, a catalyst for growth, change, loss, crisis, going through it. And it feels very much like every sword in this card is a relationship that they held on to that defeated them in the past. Could be a divorce, could be an absent parent, it could be an abusive parent, an abusive situation with other relationships. This is somebody releasing all this so they can have a new endeavor, because this is what kept them from investing with you. This is it. This is all the fear, anxiety, weird. This is falling on nothing but swords. 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Somebody who is an overthinker for sure with the 2 of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords. Now I have the King of Swords. Somebody wants to come in, head over heart, hard worker, truth-filled, dedicated, disciplined, honest, mental clarity, and with authority. This might be another person in your life wanting to come back. Or this might, like I said, be your energy. That's how they might be rushing in to talk to you. Just take it as it resonates. I'm not sure whose energy is who. You know your own story. I just read the energy because I just got a hit that this might be you standing in the King of Swords saying, I'm ready for a conversation with this 2 of Cups, but I'm using my intuition as well because I don't necessarily trust this conversion that you say you've had. I also feel you carry high morals, and this person may have struggled with that in the past. I haven't gotten a 3 of Cups or 7 of Swords. 7 of Wands, definitely challenged, competitive, protected. They're persevering. I feel like this might be your energy as well. They're expecting a fight. They're expecting a challenge. They're expecting competition. I mean, look at you. Come on now, Sag. You're getting a lot of attention. Whoever I'm reading for, you may not feel it or even notice it, but other people are. Whatever changes you've implemented in your life or decisions you're making, even if it's a smidge of I'm going to take care of myself just a little bit more, or I'm pulling back my energy and keeping myself protected, that might be your energy. This also feels like you're working hard on self. Okay, for the Sagittarius, I'm picking up here, the people that I'm talking to, you're very dedicated into your work, and you have jumped kind of into either a new project or just made a decision to show up in a different light at work. This person is recognizing it, hidden from you. This is not knowing where the future holds, don't know what the outcome is going to be, but this is what they're manifesting. 10 of Cups, happy ever after, white picket fence. That's what they're going to come and tell you, even though they're fearful and they're anxious about, this person has a heavy level of anxiety, I don't know, and possible self-sabotaging depression. I just got the 5 of Wands. That's what I just said. A lot of internal frustration, fear. And again, it's a lot of competition. You might have competition in work. You're dealing with tense, like you might have a sense of not sleeping at night or having challenges in the past of releasing this. It's a lot of tension. This person's now feeling what you felt because you pulled your energy back, I feel. Yeah, rushing in. You might actually be looking at a new job, new career, but this is abundance coming in. That's what they're manifesting. They see you seriously, although you might be the Empress, but you might be coming in to your own. Yeah, there it is. 3 of Cups with the Queen of Wands, with the Hierophant now, with the 2 of Wands. So this person's finally making a decision to come in and have a conversation with you passionately, getting out of their head, not wanting to fight. But they do want to celebrate, and they want to talk about a forward commitment and the beliefs that are around here, because this is a big thing. The epiphany, the awakening. This has a lot to do with previous limiting self-beliefs that capitated their growth, capitated their north node, let's say. They couldn't elevate. They didn't want to invest. They were very insecure, and they listened, maybe even subconsciously, to their own negative self-sabotaging comments, behaviors, thinking, and they never really committed to anything because it wasn't going to work anyway. Why search for happiness? They might have been heavy in the religion sector. That's kind of the vibe I get, the religious sector, and somebody who poured a lot of energy into the church. Nothing wrong with the church. I don't need the hate mail. It's just imbalanced because they didn't see the spiritual side of a relationship with a personal deity, a creator, personal to them. It was more of a check a box. I went to church, I tithe, I show up on Sunday, I might even, be a deacon. Like, this is somebody with heavy religion over their head, and this, believe it or not, has been a barrier to a personal relationship, where now, because of their towers, I think their towers are in the past and the cycle has ended. Yeah, everything they invested in personally, they might have had a job loss or a relationship or a commitment or third parties with the 3 of Pentacles. Everything that they invested in, they're sitting back and recognizing those 3 cups, those toxic cups, never fulfilled them, where the genuine, authentic relationship where people are vulnerable, truth-filled, and supportive of each other was the right thing. Hasn't quite, they're looking back at this, hasn't quite stepped into that level, but look at, now they are. I just said all this. They're looking back at the previous relationship, seeing what they invested, and they're standing into the right action. It's a long-term view, putting in the perseverance, hard work, diligence. This is somebody who's had turned a corner. They've turned a corner. They're not willing to self-sabotage relationships anymore. They want to be diligent. They want to invest. That's what I keep hearing. So you might actually have launched something that they want to invest in or approach with you, and they're wanting to leave whatever situationship, personal relationship, even if it's a marriage, high-level marriage, they're considering, and actually they're not. They're walking away. But this is also forgiveness. So somebody's trying to mentally release several of these past relationship with love and light. There's a difference between forgive and let it continue, and forgive and repeat the cycle, versus releasing it and receiving something new, which is, again, feels very much like the vibe. So this is somebody who's leaving social norms for personal success. Somebody who's made a decision that they are worth it and they're going to start investing in self. This is gorgeous, gorgeous energy. And leaving the Eight of Cups is, they might have had a traditional job. They might have had the perfect life, did all the right things, checked all the boxes, made sure their shoes were tied, you know, before they left, and now they're wearing flip-flops, or they want to wear, like this person wants to change their life. They're willing to leave it all to change your life for this relationship with you. Whoever you are, feels very zen. You're very healthy. You have a mindset of you have a very clear understanding of relationships and the human nature and how it works. And I think you caught on to this person a long time before they even understood what you were doing. You told them things about themselves that blew their mind, right? Which makes them inquisitive, but also go within, right? Like, how do you know all this? Boom, Tower. That's the epiphany, the awakening, the who am I to you? And Sag, you're like, you got to heal. Or this is your energy and they said it to you. It doesn't matter. It just, the whole relationship was imbalanced, and now they're healing. They're going and doing introspective work, and they're going to rush in for a brand new beginning. I'm being told to leave it here. I'm going to leave you an angel number. This is kind of long, and it is a personal, and it is, I'm going to claim this as a love reading. It feels there's a lot of work that is tied to success. And I want to say your person, very hard worker, very dedicated, overcommitted, maybe a workaholic, if there is such a thing. But this is somebody who got their self-esteem directly about performance. And it, you know, it was about validation from somebody in control or boss or upper management or something like that. It is recognized. They are getting accolades. But that was the most they ever invested in, was the work life. They didn't get the life done. They just got the work done, but never had time or energy to put into a relationship like what you do. Give me a angel number for Sag, please. Thank you. 111. If you've been seeing 1111, if you've been seeing 111, 0101, anything like that, it's angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe that a life you love. This is all about manifestation. That is what this reading is about. You two are soulmates. You two have found each other somehow. I feel like it was on maybe on vacation, on a break, or it feels very much just childlike play. So even if you met on an app, I don't care. I just want you to know how you got together. The energy is very light and childlike and innocent and fun, and you had a great time with this person. And then as you want more, there are some barriers. That's what I feel. So this is, if that resonates with you, before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please follow, like, always leave positive comments. There's other people that are just watching this for the very first time, just finding me, and they have a story to share. And please do share, because we're all here to support each other. That's what we're doing. We're all learning. None of us are perfect. Hello. Oh, if you watch any of my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then lastly, Pam Health again on the 26th. And if you want a personal reading or you want to learn a little bit more about tarot, my link is in the box below. Please consider hitting it, finding me, and we'll get a time together and we'll have coffee just like this, and we'll do some readings and kind of pick your life apart and help you get some decisions made. So love and light to each and every one of you. Take care.